Hello friends, this is Raj Sastri from Raj Option Trading. Today is November 20, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at how to trade options like a pro and earn profits. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, I got a tool here called optionstrat.com. You may have seen this tool. It's a great tool. You can start with this tool with a free account. There's a lot of information. If you're a beginner options trader or if you're a pro, I suggest check out optionstrat.com. I will also leave a link. There is some great sale going on for the Black Friday. You can take advantage. If you don't want to buy the subscription, which is about $125 or so, for the basic subscription, you could also open a free account, and there is a lot of benefit opening a free account. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, this platform has got three main things going on. One is build a strategy. You could buy a call, sell a put. You can build a lot of strategies. It will help you with a nice introduction, and it tells you what strategy it is. And you could also do optimize an idea. I like this also. You could start with some options trading, add more things on top of it, and optimize. And then you got your unusual options. Look, you always need to know what options to trade. This tool here will help you finding unusual options. That will help you to find out which stocks you can trade. So with that, let's jump in and get started. So if you're a beginner, I just suggest starting with the build here. You could click on build. As you click on build, look, there is a nice information here. If you want to do a long call, many of these beginners, they always start with a long call. This will help you understand what's a long call. Look, it's telling you it's a simple strategy. It's a bullish strategy. So you could understand more about this strategy just by clicking on it. So you'll get a good idea. Look, as you click on it, now it's loading up a long strategy here. One of my favorite stock is Tesla, as many of you know. Look, Tesla, it tells you nice information about Tesla, what the current stock price. And look, Tesla has got various things going on. I got a basic membership or just a premier membership here. That's why the moment I click on Tesla here, I see certain things you may not see. If you have a free account, you will not see these bars. Look, I got this volume bars here. It tells you where is the high volume in the option strike price for Tesla. This is the only thing that you'll miss if you don't have a premier account. And one more thing you'll miss is, look, I got here chance of profit, which is 35%. These two things you'll be missing, but otherwise you'll get a good idea. And if you want to know about pricing of this tool here, I can take you to a incognito window here and bring up optionstrat.com. Look, optionstrat.com here, and as I go into this pricing here, let's see here, start a free trial. You can start a free trial here and check out the strategy here. And look, it's just $14.99 per month for the for live options tool. And you can unlock all the profit, all the strategies. Like you can look at this live price, and you can look at market events and news, volume overlay that I showed you, chance of profit. This is one great thing. You can see build your strategies, be it iron condor or butterfly, and look at the chance of profit. You can look at the net Greeks IV chart, which is implied volatility, as many of you know, and you can save the strategy. And you also have access to the Discord bot. So that's $14.99. If you want to look at some of the things, I recommend this one. If you're a beginner, you can also start with a free strategy. Only thing you'll be missing is things like live price, market event and news, volume overlay. I like this. Chance of profit, I like this also. You'll miss these things here, and you'll also miss probably the IV charts. So with that, that's pretty much for the live options tools. But if you are a pro at options, You could also look at this live option flow. There are some great benefits to this live option flow. If you're really into options flow, my favorite tool when it comes to live option flow are two. First one is tradytics.com. It's a great tool, lot of visuals. I love it. It's my first recommendation if you want to go for a live options flow tool. And my second recommendation for the folks who don't want to pay too much money is really unusualwhales.com. It's also a great option flow tool. Those are the two of my favorite picks here if you want to look at options flow. So if you want to go with this one here, I say start with maybe a free account, and if you're up to it, you can go with the live options tools here, which is $14.99 per month. And if you really want to test it out, you could go here also. I like this also, but it's not as competitive compared to tradytics.com or unusualwhales.com. So with that out of the way here, let me close this here and go into this strategy. Look, we are looking at a long call strategy here. Tesla, it tells you right now Tesla is trading at $180, as you can see here, 180.25. And it's a real time because I got this $14.99 premium account here. And look, it tells you various things, where are the volumes high. Looks like call volume is high at 220 and 230. And look, typically I like to buy at least 40 days out. By default, it puts me at 40 days, as you can see here. If you want to change it, you can change it to any day here. Right now, 40 days out is December 30, as you can see here. And then what you can do is, sometimes, folks want to see, maybe a monthly option. If you want to see monthly option, you can go to my favorite tool here, which is Thinkorswim platform. You could bring up Tesla here. Look, Tesla, we got Tesla coming up. Look, 26 days out. There is a monthly window here, and there is also 61 days out. I would say if you want to play with the Tesla call options, I would say go at least 61 days out, so that way you got some more runway. So with that, you can go back here. Look, Tesla, and you could see here price is 180. Typically, you could go maybe say 175. You could just buy 175 call option. So what's going on right now? If you buy a 125 call option expiring, let's say we want to expire it 61 days out, 20th January. I can pull this here and go to 20th January. Look, we got 20th January right here. I can click on it and go from there. And look, from a color coding perspective, 20th January is in a little bit, say, black background here. So I think you can kind of get an idea here. That's a monthly expiration cycle. And then you got March and so on and so forth here. So 20th of January is a monthly expiration. And look, we got 20th of January right here, which is a monthly expiration. And we got here 25th of November. 25th of November is a weekly, but I say it's good to trade on a monthly expiration cycle. But if the volume is high, you could trade on weekly expiration also. Look, the moment you go here, we got, because it's a monthly expiration, there is more volume. Look, we got a nice volume at $200 and 220 and so on and so forth. And look, there is a nice put volume. This is red is the put volume here. Nice put volume at right here. You can click on it, it will give you more information. Probably not. So this tells you it's a high put volume here. And if you click on the strike price itself here, it will give you a little more information here. It tells you what the volume, what the IV percentile, and theta, or it's really how much money will be lost on a daily basis, vega or volatility here, and we got row and so on and so forth here, and also open interest here 19. So I say, if you want to buy a call option here, you could buy at 175, mainly because, at this time it's a low relative strength index or low RSI for Tesla. Tesla is pretty much sold off. If I take you to this tool here, which is my favorite tool, tradingview.com, look what happened to Tesla here. Tesla got clobbered. Look, Tesla came down and it's trying to make a small move here, as you can see here. And lazy bear is telling you in a 15 minutes chart it's slightly coming down, as you can see here. The bars are dropping off here, but if you look at a 30-minute view, the red bars are getting shorter. That tells you there's a good thing going on here. And you could also look at more information here. You could go into, one of my favorite tool to get little more information on this here, or you could go into the stock screen. This gives you a lot of good information here. If you go to stock screener, and my favorite view is, let's see, I got a different view here. I can change this view right here when it's done. And look at a little more information about Tesla here. Look, I will change it to a fundamental view. It's always good to create some views here, and I will also change this view back to volume times price more than 500. I want to look at high volume plays, mainly for option traders. You should always have a nice high volume play here. Look, it's a simple filter, nothing fancy here. What I'm doing here is what I'm doing here is volume, say more than 50K, and 90-day volume is more than 1 million shares, and price times volume, which is very good liquidity indicator. I'm saying I want price times volume to be more than 50 million. It will basically get rid of some of these small price stocks which don't contribute too much when it comes to the dollar amount. And then we got your market cap. If you want to trade options, I suggest go with the nice and high market cap, like 2 billion plus, and average volume, I think I had 1 million here. You could go with something like this here. You get good ones here. I also have price more than $1 here. For this one here, you could also increase the price, but look, since I already have the volume times price more than 50 million, it really doesn't matter. So with that, this is my criteria. If you're an options trader, I recommend you can save this, have this criteria. And from a view perspective, layout perspective, I have some simple layout. Look, we got Tesla, I got price change, percentage change. More importantly, if I look, I got RSI here. This RSI will tell me what's going on here. Is it beaten down stock or not? Right now Tesla is beaten down big time because RSI is 32. Anytime RSI is below 50 or probably below 40, that tells you stock is beaten down here. And one more thing you can do here, in my chart I got two things going on here, and you could collapse this. As you can see here, you can collapse the screener here. And you could also increase this. Instead of 30 minutes here, you could change it to 1 day. That's also great here. Let's just do that here. Just for this view here, I will change it to a one day chart here. And let's say 1 day here. Let's see, 1 day. There, we got our 1 day here. And if you are a options trader, you could do one more thing here. You could add one more indicator. You could just press slash. It will bring up this indicator here. You could say IV rank. Look, we got here multiple things going on. One thing I like about this trading view, they give you a lot of these things here. IV rank and IV percentile. There is a 750 here. This is from Sega RKO. And then you got IVR and so on and so forth here. I like IV rank and IV percentile. I can go and add this to my chart here and go from there. Look, now I got IV rank and IV percentile here. And look, we got here, look, we got two things going on here. Let's see. So we got IV, let me close this up here. Don't want to make it that big. All right, let's just reload here. And that's fine. Cancel and reload. All right, so the reason I added this IVR is just to get an idea about the IV rank and go from there. Okay, let's just add IV rank right here. Let's look at one more IV rank here. We got IV rank and IV percentile, and we got one more here. Looks like this one has got a lot of numbers here. Looks like a lot of people are using it. We could try this one also here. And there is one more here, 399. Number of hits is more on this one. Let's try to add this and see what it provides. All right, so we got IV rank and IV percentile here. So you could look at these things just to get an idea whether the IV rank is more or less. You can also look at your trading platform. Typically, what I do is I don't look at this one here. You could look at my favorite tool here, which is thinkorswim. The moment you go to thinkorswim here, look, I added my IV rank on top right here. Look, IV rank is 37 right now, which is very low. When the IV rank is low, you can buy options, especially when the IV rank is low. And RSI is also low. Look, RSI is 32. This is when you buy call option. And if you look at implied volatility here, I got implied volatility and historic volatility. Right now, current implied volatility is slightly lower than historic volatility. That also tells you can buy options. So with that, that's about. Let me remove this chart here. Looks too much congested here. Let's go here and get rid of this chart here. So you could go here, right here, and get rid of IVR here and make it a little bit clean. There you go. I think we got rid of it. So that's about Tesla. Looks like it's a good time to buy Tesla. Let me go back here to optionstrat. So look, if you buy Tesla now, even though it's a good time to buy Tesla, if you just buy a call option, you will end up spending $2,200. Typically, if your account size is small, you may not afford to spend $2,200 on Tesla. But if your account size is a little bit bigger, I recommend doing this, because Tesla, as many of you know here, it will jump up quickly. The moment you have just single call option, you can basically get those profits, and you could probably trade quickly in and out if you buy single call option in stock like Tesla. So for the folks who don't have that much capital, look, one more thing I want to highlight is if you just buy a single call option, chance of profit, as you can see here, is 37% right now. That's what this tool is predicting. And your max profit is infinite, and your max loss is 2,208. That's the money that you are paying right now to buy Tesla. And your break-even point, as you can see here, your break-even point is $197, mainly because you got 175. This is this is what the strike price is. And look, you're paying 2,208. That brings you to $197. So with that, what we'll do is we'll try to see if your account size is small, what else you can do. What you can do is one of my best favorite strategy is to add one more. You could add one more and make it a spread. Look, right now you're buying 175 call. Stock price is at 180. And what you could do is you could basically sell one more call option. So we will add one more leg here, and we'll say we want to sell a call option. And for selling call option here, you could go here and say 175, 185. So this is a $10 wide spread. Look, now what happens? See, this tool is great because it tells you now you have to, instead of paying $2,800, you just pay $518. That's your net debit, and that's also your max loss, and your max profit is 482. It's almost you're doubling your money, not quite, but almost. And look, now your break-even point, as you can see here, is 180. Slightly went higher. Again, it's a good break-even point. For the money that you're paying, which is 518. Chance of profit. Look, our chance of profit went higher. It's a 50% now. and as long as the stock stays above 180, you'll make money. So for the folks who are a little bit optimistic about Tesla, a bit about Tesla, given you got 61 days here, look, you got 61 days. What I recommend doing is really, do a little bit, go a little bit out of the money here. Instead of 175 here, you could buy at 180. Look, you can just drag it here and do 180. And here, selling here, you could do instead of 185, you could do at 190. So look, the moment you do this here, your net debt stays at 472. As you can see here, it's 472, and your max profit is 582. Now you are more than doubling your money. Chance of profit came slightly down, as you can see here. As long as stock stays above 184, your profit, you will be profitable. That's your break-even point here. So what you're doing is you're being a little more optimistic about Tesla here. That's why you're doing this. And many times, folks might wonder, hey, you know what, it's good that I'm making some money here. I'm actually paying money. I'm paying $472, but can you help me? I want to really finance this trade. So normally what professionals do, they will be bullish like this, like we are doing here, but they want to finance this trade by selling some options and bring in some credits or premium, as we call it. So what you can do here is really, you could do a couple things here. You could really sell some put options and call options, and bring some money. I would say instead of call options, I would say spread. So what you could do here is really, you could add a spread here, or you could add a put option here. You can say, you know what, I want to sell a put. So if you want to sell a put here for Tesla, look, we are at 180. Normally what I recommend is really, when you want to sell put, go around delta 10 or something along those lines, so that way there is a low chance of getting assigned. So what I will do is I'll take you to my Thinkorswim platform here. Let's bring up Tesla and go to trade tab. We are at 61 days out right now, and let's look at put options here. So look, we got put options. Look, around say, let's see, what do we have? Tesla. Yeah, we got Tesla here. And let's go all the way to delta. Keep watching the delta here. I want to go around delta 10 or so here. Even 15 is okay. Look, we got 140 delta 16. That's good enough. Or you could do even be a little bit conservative and go at 135. Look, we got right here 135 strike price, and that's a good enough here. You could sell some put option or a put spread here. So what we'll do is we'll go back to optionstrat platform here. So instead of 180 here, as you see here, it's 135. We'll sell a $5 wide put spread here. All right, let me get rid of this and go to 135. We are selling it all the way down here at 135, as you can see here. And we want to be a little bit conservative. We'll also we are selling here, as you can see here, we are selling, and we want to buy. So we want to have a defined risk strategy. I would add one more put here. I want to buy a put here, and buying the put, I want to make it $5 wide here. I want to buy at 140. So actually I'll make it right here, 130 and 130 right here. It's a $5 wide spread here. So we'll be collecting some money here. We are taking some risk by selling 135, but we don't want to take too much risk, so we are buying back 130. And what we'll also need to do is to bring some more money in here. Keep watching here. Our net debit now came down here to 397. We are trying to finance our trade here to some extent with these with these spreads that we are selling. So in the meantime here, we can also sell a spread at the top here. Tesla, who knows, Musk will go ballistic. You could add one more. You can sell a call credit spread here. What I will do is I will go right here and look at delta 10 trade here on the call side. Keep watching delta here. We got delta right here. We got delta. I want to go around delta 10 here and sell around delta 10 or 15 also works. Let's go look at the round number here. Look, we got a round number right here, delta 12 to 45. I will basically sell a put spread here, call spread here. Maybe say 240 to 45 spread is works for us. Let's go back here, and I would add here. I would say buy a actually sell a call. So our call here, look, we got 180, 180. I got one more here, 180. This is a sell, and this one right here. So this is a buy. So I will say I will buy at, let's go back here to my platform here, Thinkorswim. So we said, let's go back here, delta 10, that's what we're looking at. So 245, we'll sell 245. We'll actually go here and do this spread here, 240 245 spread. I will basically sell I will basically buy 245, basically this spread here. Let's do one thing, go here and sell a spread, call spread. I'm doing it vertical. Look, 240 and 245, 245, there you go. This became a debit spread. I'm selling. Let's go back here, 240 right here, there you go. And we want to sell a vertical spread. There you go. So we are actually selling 240 and we are buying 245. Go back here, 245. Look, we are bringing in 42 cents credit here. Let's go here, 245. We are selling 240. Go right here to 240. And we'll add one more here. We are actually go back and we are buying at 245, as you can see here. We'll say buy call, and let's bring it here to 40. This is 245. We are buying and we are selling at 240. Let's remove this here. We want to sell at 240, as you can see here. Let's add a sell call. All right, we are selling at 245, as you can see here. Sell 240, sell 240, sell 245 right here. Selling 240, go right here to sell 240. Look, now this is sell 240 and buy 245 call. All right, so I think what we've done is we removed one of our thing here. Let's do one thing. Let's remove this one here. We just need to add one more. This is our bull call spread here. We'll add 180 call, so that way we are good there. All right, 180, 190. So look what we're doing here. We have this bull call spread here, and to finance this bull call spread, we are actually selling a call credit spread or a vertical spread here, $5 wide on the below here, and we're also selling a call spread which is a call credit spread on the top here. So now we just need to pay net debit of 355, and our max profit is 695. This is how many people kind of play here, especially when you have a small account. You could play something like this. Now look, our chance of profitability is 47%, and your chart will look something like this. So this is for the folks who want to really finance their strategy here. Instead of putting a lot of money here, your net credit will come down. Most of the times, for stock like Tesla, these two credit spreads that you sold, these typically get expired because you get to keep your money in. But you could make some money out of this one here, and you could realize your max profit if you want to wait, or you could take the profit in between. This is one of the best way to play the strategy here. I recommend at least trying the strategy out here. And this is also good here. Many times when you want to look at various strategies, you could go here to optimize here. For example, you don't have too much money, and you have a strict budget that you're working with. So you could go here. If your direction is neutral, you can click on neutral. In this case, stock is Tesla. You're a little bit neutral, and neutral strategies I recommend on big cap stocks here. Tesla is not a good example for a neutral strategy. I say neutral strategies are good for stock like Apple, which does not move as much as Tesla. Or you could also do this strategy for SPY, which is a good one here. For a stock like Apple, you could say neutral. Look, current. The moment you say neutral, your outlook is neutral. It will say stock price is 151. It will stay around 151, and you could provide your budget. I will say my budget is $1,000. I don't want to spend too much money on Tesla. The moment I do that, it basically tells you two strategies here. You could do a iron butterfly. Look, there is an iron butterfly strategy. You don't need to worry too much about iron butterfly. It's a simple strategy. Or you could do iron condor. Look, only the main difference between these two strategies here. Risk in the iron butterfly is 463, as you can see here, whereas risk in the iron condor is 720. And look, chance of profit in iron condor is a little bit higher. That's why many people get attracted to iron condor, whereas chance of risk is slightly higher. From a profitability is a little bit lower in case of iron butterfly. And your return on risk is higher on the iron butterfly, and you got here a little bit less return on risk when it comes to iron condor. So for stock like SPY and Apple, you could do iron condor all day long, especially when the implied volatility is slightly high, and you can play with it. And for example, you are bullish on Apple, or you're directional, you can choose such strategies here. If you're bullish, you could just click on bullish strategy here. It will tell you, hey, for a bullish strategy, look, stock price is currently it's 151. It's telling you target price is 170, which is 13% move. And you could if your budget is $1,000, you could play these strategies. You could do long call, bull spread, and bull put spread. You could do this also. These are all the strategies you can do here. It recommends you strategies. For example, you're not bullish, you're not neutral, you're bearish. You could click on bearish here. It will suggest you certain things here. If you're bearish, you could do long put here. And look, you're putting a lot of money here. Your profit in the long put is higher. Your risk is 670, not too bad. You're betting Tesla will go down here. Or you could do bear call spread here. Bear call spread, as you can see here, 130% return on risk here, which is good. Profit is 1130, 50% chance. Keep watching the 50% chance. Normally, these spreads have got a little bit longer, a little bit better profitability chance here. Then you got bear put spread, a little bit less, but risk is also less, as you can see here. But suppose you're very, very bearish here, you could click on this here. they will give you very bearish strategies here, and you are very bullish. You could click on this. They got very bullish strategies in this market. Though I recommend going into a neutral strategy, or you could go into slightly bullish strategy, or you could also go into directional strategy if you're kind of thinking about some directional type strategy here. You could look at these with the directional strategy. Look, chance of profitability in case of a reverse inverse iron fly is higher. You are basically expecting the stock to be outside outside these two areas. I typically, when in the high volatility environment, inverse butterfly works very well. You could play this also. You could make some good money here, or you could do inverse iron condor also. As long as stock stays beyond these levels here, you'll make some good money here. So now you might ask, this is all well and good. I recommend you to look at this into a little more detail. Click on this. It's a good tool here. You could open this, and you might want to wonder, hey, what's this strangle? How do I buy strangle? You can just click on it. It will open up a nice window. It tells you all about this strategy here. It tells you, hey, what, for Apple 151, if you want to sell a strangle here, it tells you what strike to sell. There's a recommendation here already. Given stock price is right here, you could do a you could buy a put at 140. You could buy a call at 160, and make some profit if the stock moves beyond these levels. As you can see, you got two break even in this scenario here. You got break even outside of these two price ranges here. If it is below 132, or if it is above 167, you'll make money. Chance of profit is a little bit low in this strategy, as you can see here. All right, so now you might wonder, okay, how do I know what stocks to trade? Look, this flow tool is very useful here. Right now I'm not paying for the flow. Even if you have a free account, this flow tool is pretty free here. It says only some alerts are shown. Upgrade for full access, that's fine, just ignore it for now. To get some ideas, you could start with this here. What I recommend is, really, if you want to look at just the stocks here, I would say click on ETF, get rid of ETF for a moment. And normally, when you want to look at the direction, I say, click the spread off here. Spread is really noise. We want to know how is the big money flowing into the market. And from a premium perspective, we want to really look at the big money here. I say, premium around 50K or so, above 50K, that works. Look, and the expiration, you want to make sure, at least in the near term, there is a good amount of flow in the option market. I typically suggest going with the 60 here. So 60 is a short enough time frame. If you're a short-term, even a short-term trader, you could make it 30, but I think it's 60 is good enough here. So all right, we got all these stocks here. Look, right now you got some good choices. Look, we got one of my favorite stock in the crypto area, Silvergate. It's a bank. Looks like there's some bullish volume here. 13 orders, as you can see here, totaling 2.10 bullish premium here. You could play along here and go from there. And then you got a few more here. You got CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, again bullish. You got FTCH, Farfetch, again bullish here. You could do little more research using this platform here, which is Trading View. Look at the chart, and you could buy some of these things after doing some more research. These are the bullish plays. And look on the bearish side of the house here. You got stocks like Intuitive Surgical, Pinduoduo, and GSL, Microsoft, so on and so forth here. You could really, when you see bearish flow here, you could do a couple things. You could even buy a bearish debit spread here and make some money as the stock comes down. That's one good strategy. And if you really like the stock like Microsoft here, You could play offensive, and you could sell some put spread way below and make some money that way also. And you could also sell some call spread at the top and make some money. You always have to watch the implied volatility. When the implied volatility is low, you got to be a buyer, and when the implied volatility is high, you can be a seller. And also watch the RSI levels. All right, so with this, you could also look at, some folks want to just look at sweeps here. You could do that way also. You can say, you know what, I want to look at just sweeps. You could just go here and say sweeps. I just want to look at sweeps here. Sweeps will tell you, hey, there's some conviction. Folks are buying, without regard to the price. Look, we got great sweeps here. Folks are really bullish on these stocks, and you could play along these sweeps here. These are some strong indications. And you could also do sweeps and blocks. Even these block trades are big enough here. That will give you a good idea. Or you could also do split trades. That's also good here. These are the good plays here. Some idea generation. And one more idea generation tool for you is, basically one of my favorite scanner, especially for options, is barchart.com. Look, it's barchart.com, as many of you know here. I will take you to the home page. I got a free account here. You could also get premium account if you want. It's a good one, not too expensive. And when you're in bar chart, you could go into the stocks here. And I go into stock screener usually, and look, the moment you go on the screener, it will bring up all these nagging advertisements here because I got a free account here. And what I do is I have a screener here. I say, go to my most active stock screener, and I can say results. I will show you my criteria, and I got a custom use created. I got a stock screener DNLD. I click on it. Now look, I got couple stocks here, and look, I always love to look at the options total open interest here. I can click on it. It will basically sort by total open interest. Look, we got Amazon.com here at the top. Amazon.com, look, I got both IV rank here, 53, slightly higher. IV percentile is 63, and slightly higher market cap. Relative strength index, look, it's sold here, sold off 39, and 5-day relative strength index is also 39. It's just slightly weak right now, because this is a good stock. You could play strategies like bull call spread that we talked about, and you could also buy. You could also sell some iron condor, both sides, to really finance your bull call spread here. And look, a lot of people are saying, analysts are following this stock. Nice option volume. I like it. You could see all these things here, just to get some idea what options to what stocks to pick. This is a great idea generation tool here. And I will show you my screener here. So as you will see here, you could go into set filter. Look, I set some filters here, not too fancy. I got your price more than $10, as you can see here. Market cap 2 billion plus. I want it to be active. And I have 1 month average volume over 1 million. So very simple here. I just don't want too much noise. That's why I have these criteria. So once you have this criteria, you could just see results. You could just run this. It's a free tool, just a good idea generation tool. And there you go. I created a, you could create your own custom view here. I created a custom view, and it's very easy to create a custom view. All you got to do is you got to go into these tools here and go into custom views. You could create your own custom view very easily, just like I've done here. Look, my stocks in a DNLD that I used, I basically selected some criteria here. You can see here I selected all these things. You can pick and choose what you want to add. Whatever you add, it comes up on this side here. That's what you want to see. And next thing I will leave you with is There is also nice unusual options activity here. I like this one here. So for the folks who want to get some ideas, you could either go to option flow in the optionstrat.com that I talked about, or you could go here also. Look, this one tells you all these options trade with a very high option volume. Look, it's sorted by volume over open interest. So whenever current volume is the current day option trading, open interest is the options contract held by customers. Whenever current day volume, look, we got current day volume 50k here. Open interest is 202. That tells you current volume is much more. It's a 251% more than open interest. That's a bullish signal. That's your Nikola. Look, price is 274. And look, somebody's really buying a put option at 250. It's put options traded, as you can see here, 34 days out. And typically, this just by looking at this, you'll get some idea here. Look, you got ask, bid, and last. Last price is 32 cents, whereas ask price is also 32 cents. What this tool does is they will color code this in green. That tells you this is most likely somebody buying this put, somebody really selling this put option. So you could play along with it. If you want to sell some put option at 250, you could do it. And Nikola is you could also buy some call option if you want to do that too. We got IV percentile super high here. That's why I don't recommend buying call option when the IV percentile is super high. That's why folks are really selling the put option, making some good money here. So look, we got IV percentile here so that we can understand what the IV. And then we got various other stocks here. You could play along. It's a good idea generation tool here and go from there. And look, we got Tesla. Tesla is always active, as you can see here. You got LAZR. Again, it's a good, it's a low price stock, as you can see here. You could play along, and you could also do the same thing for ETFs if you are into ETFs. Look, we got these top ETFs here. Some of them are look, volume over open interest is high. These are unusual. You could go along and look at this call option here, 183, and go along. So with that, we'll probably end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.